the orphan who healed the world. The rain had just stopped when little Orphan found himself standing alone outside the gates of St. Mary's Orphanage. His shoes were soaked, his clothes torn, and his small hands clutched a damp note that read, "Please take care of him. His name is Irene." At 7 years old, Irene had already learned what loss meant. His parents had died in a village fire that left behind only ashes and silence. But even in that silence, Irene carried something inside him, a quiet determination that no one could take away. Life at the orphanage was hard. The food was little, the winters were long, and kindness was something you had to earn. Still, Erin found the comfort in helping others. When one of the younger children scraped a knee or caught a fever, Erin was the first to sit by their bed, cooling their foreheads with a damp cloth and whispering stories until they smiled again. One day a volunteer doctor visited the orphanage. Dr. Lena, a woman with kind eyes and a smile that could light up a room. Irene watched her as she worked, healing wounds and handing out medicine, as if she carried magic in her hands. Dr. Irene asked shyly, "How do you learn to make people better?" Dr. Lina knelt to his level. "You start with one thing, Irene, you care. The rest you learn along the way." From that day forward, Irene's dream took root. He studied every book the orphanage had, old textbooks, torn magazines, even the dictionary to learn new words. At night, when the lights went out, he read by moonlight. When he turned 18, with Dr. Lina's help and a scholarship, he left the orphanage to study medicine. It wasn't easy. He worked part-time in cafes, cleaned hospital floors, and studied through exhaustion. But every time he felt like giving up, he remembered the frightened children at the orphanage, the ones needed someone to care. Years later, the small orphan with the torn shoes stood tall in a white coat, a stethoscope around his neck. Dr. Irene, his hands no longer shook from cold or hunger. They were steady and sure, the hands of someone who had learned to heal not just with skill but with empathy. And every month, without fail, Dr. Irene returned to St. Mary's Orphanage. He brought books, medicine, and laughter. When the children gathered around him, he would smile and say, "I was once one of you, and one day one of you will be me." Because the dreams he knew were like seeds, small, fragile things that could grow into miracles, if only someone believed enough to plant them.